Welcome, everyone. We're about to take a deep dive into a single simple command from the book of Genesis, Lech Lecha, or go forth. Now, on the surface, this is a command given to the patriarch Abraham, but what if it's much, much more than that? What if it's a cosmic call, a mission briefing, spoken to every single soul just before it embarks on the most daring journey imaginable, the journey into a physical body? This isn't just some ancient story. We're going to show you how this is actually the secret history of you.
So here's how we're going to tackle this journey. We've broken it down into 6 parts. We're going to start before the beginning, in a universe of pure chaos. Then we'll tune into the soul's primal call and actually map its grand departure from the spiritual realms. From there, we'll look under the hood at the cosmic engine that powers this whole thing, see how our lives are basically a sacred quest, and finally, we'll land at the moment of arrival and the great forgetting that kicks off our entire life's work. Let's jump in.
To really get why the soul has a mission, you first have to understand the arena it was sent into. Why does the universe even need us? Why would a soul be sent from a place of perfect peace and unity into a world full of challenges and confusion? Well, the answer starts in a reality that existed before our own, a world defined by raw, untamed, and totally overwhelming power.
There's this super ancient, super hidden text called the Book of Concealment, and it kicks off with this incredibly cryptic line you see right here. It talks about a time before Matkala, which is just Hebrew for balance. In this primordial reality, these immense divine energies, the text calls them primordial kings, just burst onto the scene. But they were raw, they were unbalanced. Think of pure absolute love clashing with pure absolute justice, with nothing in between. They just couldn't coexist. And because of that, the text says they died, which mystically means they're containers, they're vessels, just shattered, totally unable to hold their own infinite light.
Okay, so here's the absolute game changer. Creation wasn't a single perfect event, not at all. It was a 2-stage process. First, you had the world of Tohu, or chaos, which you see on the left. Think of it as a cosmic Big Bang of raw, uncontained light and shattered vessels. Then, from the wreckage came our reality, the world of Tikkun, or rectification. Our entire universe is basically a cosmic repair shop built from the remnants of that first chaotic world with the specific goal of rebuilding those vessels and creating a state of harmony. Our whole lives unfold inside this massive repair project.
So, how exactly was this repair accomplished? What was the secret sauce that was missing the first time around? It was this concept of matkala, the balance. Our reality is structured on a 3-column system. On the right, you have chesed, the expansive force of pure kindness. On the left, din, the contracting force of pure judgment. In the world of chaos, these two just annihilated each other. But in our world, a third central pillar was introduced, rachamim, or mercy. It's the great mediator, the great harmonizer, that allows kindness and judgment to actually work together.
And this is where you come in. This is the whole reason we're here. When those primordial vessels shattered, sparks of divine light fell and got trapped in the fabric of physical reality, hidden inside the fragments of those broken vessels. Our world is literally built on this divine debris, and so the mission for every single soul is to be a kind of spiritual field agent sent down into the remnants of that chaos to find, to redeem, and to elevate those fallen sparks. One choice, one action, one good deed at a time. You are an agent of cosmic repair.
Okay, so the cosmic stage is set. We know why we're needed. Now, let's tune in and hear the actual call that kicks off this whole epic mission. You see, those words spoken to Abraham weren't the first time they were ever said. They are, in fact, the personalized mission briefing given to every single soul before its descent.
So check this out. A really deep, mystical text called the Hidden Midrash just drops this bombshell on us. It says when the Torah reads, "And the Lord said to Abram," it's not just talking about a historical guy. Abram is actually code for the neshama, for the soul. So the command "go forth" isn't some one-time event that happened thousands of years ago. It's the eternal call from the divine source to every soul, commissioning it for a tour of duty right here in the physical world.
Right. And let's be super clear. This is not a punishment. It's not an exile. This is a carefully planned deployment. The text described this whole 5-stage prep process. First, the soul gets summoned from its home base, up in the spiritual worlds. It's shown the specific body it's going to partner with and the unique mission it needs to accomplish. Then, get this, it's taught the entire Torah, the blueprint of reality from start to finish. It then swears an oath to be righteous and get the job done.
And finally, right before launch, it's given 7 distinct blessings to make sure it's fully equipped for the journey. This is a blessed, intentional, and fully supported mission.
And here is the coolest part. The command itself, it's a map. It has the coordinates for the journey embedded right inside. It's not just go forth. It's go forth from your land, from your birthplace, and from your father's house. These 3 phrases aren't just poetic fluff. They are a precise, step-by-step roadmap of the soul's staged withdrawal from the spiritual worlds, a gradual detachment from its home.
All right, let's trace this journey step by step. The first command, from your land, that's the soul leaving the world of Yetzirah, a realm of pure emotion where angels live. The second, from your birthplace, is a deeper departure, this time from the world of Beriah, which is where the soul's unique intellectual identity is first formed. And finally, the deepest and most profound detachment of all, from your father's house. This is the soul leaving the world of Absolute, a state of almost perfect, blissful unity with the divine. It's a journey from pure oneness to unique identity to emotional being, all in preparation for the physical world.
Okay, I get it. Absolute, Beriah, Yetzirah, it can sound like something out of a fantasy novel, and it feels really abstract. So to make this a little more real, let's try a different lens. Let's talk tech. Think of the soul not as a traveler on a road, but as a sophisticated piece of software being deployed from a central server out into the world.
Let's walk through this deployment pipeline. Step 1, the Father's house. That's your root server in the world of Absolute. Here, the soul is just pure potential, part of the divine source code. Step 2, the birthplace. This is the build and compile phase in Beriah. This is where the soul's unique mission, its specific purpose and identity are defined and compiled into a unique package. Step 3, the land. This is the staging environment of Yetzirah. Here, the soul is configured with its emotional settings, its angelic support systems. And finally, step 4, deployment to the local machine, a physical body in the world of Asiyah, the world of action, ready to run its program and execute its sacred mission.
Okay, so we have the map of departure and we have the tech analogy for the pipeline, but what's actually powering this whole descent? What's the cosmic engine driving this journey? Well, the answer is woven into the very fabric of reality itself, the architecture of the 4 worlds and their internal power grid, the 10 Sephirot.
This table here breaks down the 4 worlds we've been talking about. The easiest way to think about it is that each world is a progressively denser layer of reality. We start way up top in Absolute, the world of pure emanation, like a divine blueprint. Then we step down into Beriah, the world of intellect, where that blueprint starts to take shape as a concept. After that is Yetzirah, the world of emotion, where the concept gets its feeling and energy. And finally, it all lands in Asiyah, our physical world of action. The soul's journey is a descent through these layers, like a diver passing through zones of decreasing light as they go deeper and deeper into the ocean.
And it's so important to remember, this isn't a static ladder. It's a living, breathing waterfall of energy flowing through the Sephirot. It all starts as a flash of pure, unformed potential in Chokmah, or wisdom. This spark then enters the great cosmic room of Bina, understanding, which receives it and gives it structure and definition. From there, it flows through the 6 emotional channels of Zeir Anpin, bringing that now formed idea down towards expression. And finally, it's received by Malkut, the kingdom, the final vessel, which is our physical reality. This is literally how a divine idea becomes a physical reality, your soul, your body, your life.
Let's try to really feel this journey. It begins in Absolute. Imagine a state of pure, blinding, undifferentiated white light. This is perfect unity. The soul is completely one with its source, like a single thought inside the divine mind. There's no separation, no self, just pure, unfiltered being.
Then, the first veil comes down. This is the world of Beriah, and it's driven by the force of din, of judgment, of limitation. It's a necessary contraction. This is how form is created. The soul gains its unique intellectual identity. That pure white light is now filtered through this vibrant red, giving it definition, giving it boundaries.
And that brings us to the next stage, Yetzirah. Here, the expansive energy of that white light and the contracting energy of the red are finally balanced by Rahamim, by mercy. This creates the rich, fertile, green world of emotion. The soul is now clothed in its emotional garments, getting its angelic templates online, preparing for a world of interaction.
And finally, the descent is complete. We land in Asiyah. Total concealment. the divine light is now almost completely hidden behind the thick veil of physicality. This profound darkness, this blackness, is what allows for the illusion of a separate, independent physical world to even exist. And it is into this very darkness that the soul is tasked with carrying its own inner light.
All right, wow, that was a deep dive into some serious cosmic engineering. So let's pull way back up and bring this right into your living room. How does this ancient mystical map apply to your life right here, right now? Well, let's try reframing this whole thing as a sacred quest.
No, seriously, just pause for a second and really think about this question. What if your challenges, your talents, your relationships, your personality, what if none of it is random? What if it's all part of a divinely coded, custom-designed mission that you, as a soul, enthusiastically accepted before you were even born?
Let's frame this as the ultimate video game. The main quest, the main story mission, is Lech Lecha, go forth and help fix the world. The player isn't actually you, it's the divine source, playing the game through countless souls. You are the avatar, the character sent into the game world. Your body is the vehicle you control. The struggles and stages of your life, those are the levels you have to beat. The people you meet along the way, they're the NPCs, each one with a role to play in your quest. And the power-ups, the things that give you strength, those are mitzvot, actions of connection that generate light. And the ultimate objective is simply to find and elevate those hidden sparks of divinity in your unique little corner of the world.
And so we come to the end of the journey, and the beginning of the real challenge, because the soul, fully briefed, fully blessed, fully equipped, is deployed into its body. But the very moment of its arrival, the moment of birth, is also a moment of catastrophic data loss, a sacred amnesia.
There's this incredibly poignant teaching. It says that as the soul is in the womb, getting ready for birth, an angel teaches it all the secrets of the universe. Everything. But just before it's born, that same angel strikes it right on the mouth, causing it to forget everything it just learned. And the physical sign of this cosmic strike, they say, is the philtrum, that little indentation you have above your upper lip. All the knowledge is wiped clean, but one thing remains, burned deep into the soul's hard drive, the oath it swore to complete its mission.
But why? It sounds crazy, right? Why go through all that prep just to hit the delete button? Well, here's the secret. The forgetting is the whole point. Think about it. If we remembered our divine origins, if we knew this was all a mission, our choices would be meaningless. We'd just be puppets following a script. The amnesia is what creates the space for real, genuine free will. It transforms our mission from just following orders into a journey of discovery. It's in the struggle to remember, in choosing to do the right thing even when we're confused and in the dark, that we stop being puppets and become true partners in the work of creation.
And so we end right back where we started, with you. This ancient map of the cosmos is, in the end, a map of your own inner world. The command, Lech Lecha, go forth, is still echoing. The oath you once swore is still binding, and the sparks you were sent here to find are still waiting in the dark, ready to be elevated. And so the final question isn't some big cosmic one. It's deeply, deeply personal. If your life is a mission you've forgotten, how do you begin to remember?
Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Part Ace. We really hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. And if you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please do us a favor and like, subscribe, and maybe share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments below. We'll see you in the next chapter.